What's up, everybody? It's Big Bryan from SLCAudio. Today, we're going to talk about mid-side recording. Do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and let's figure out what mid-side is. So if you aren't familiar with mid-side recording, we'll just give you the quick overview of it. Back when they started into stereo recording and they were noticing the spaced pair, if I have two microphones in a space, that they would create this thing called a hole in the middle. And so they wanted to figure out a way to get rid of that hole in the middle. They took a microphone in a cardioid pattern, and that's what this WA-47 is right now, in the cardioid pattern. And then they took a figure 8 microphone, like this Rupert Neve RNR1 from SC Electronics, and they figured out a way to line the diaphragms up and to create this cardioid coming towards me, figure 8 to the side. The setup, I need two channels to record into Pro Tools. What I will do is I will record this as channel 1 and this is channel 2. Probably asking why. Well, what happens in the mid side is we leave the cardioid facing forward, we leave the null point of the figure 8 pointing towards me, and we fix the hole in the middle by panning the figure 8 left or right and then duplicating the channel and phase inverting it and then panning it to the right, and it creates this really cool thing. So I'm gonna pick up my guitar and we'll show you guys what this sounds like. Patented in 1933 by legendary recording engineer Alan Blumlein, mid-side recording technique is a stereo recording technique that allows for mono-compatible stereo recordings that can also create a wide stereo image. Unlike space pairs and XY recordings, mid-side allows for more control over the width of your stereo image than any other stereo recording technique and allows for adjustments to be made at any time post-recording. While most of the time, mid-side mic technique used match microphones, we decided to add some flavor to our recording, something that can make or break your recording. In this video, the front-facing mic is a cardioid microphone and the side mic is figure 8, although other variants are possible. The front-facing mic we have aimed at the sound source. In this video, it is at the 12th fret of the guitar. And our side microphone, the front of the mic is facing left, and we will consider that to be our positive side, and the back of the mic, the negative side. When recording mid-side, you can either use your patch bay configuration to your advantage and use the configuration to split the side channel into two preamps, remembering to phase invert or change the polarity of the second track, or by creating a second track in your DAW and simply changing the phase of the duplicated track. I'll show you how here. All right, that's the two microphones together. So let's go ahead and solo out the WA-47, or the cardioid microphone, the front-facing microphone. All right, so that's that. Let's listen to the side microphone, the RNR1, solo by itself for just a minute. All right, so now what I'm going to do in order to create mid-side is I'm going to duplicate the RNR1 because that's our side microphone. So I'm going to go ahead and in Pro Tools, I'm just going to hit duplicate, and I'm going to just go ahead and select everything so that it's all the active tracks. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to group these things together. So I'm going to do Command G, which is going to allow me to group that. Just call it side mic. So now I've got a side mic group. Now, the other thing I have to do is I have to invert the phase on one of these. So I can do this one of two ways. So I can come over here to my native plugins, go to Other, and then come all the way down to Trim. And in Trim, I can go ahead and hit the phase invert button right there. And then it creates that nice phase. So what I have to do is I have to go ahead and pull these hard left and hard right. Now I can add the center mic. Okay, but what I like to do, and this is my own personal preference, is I usually don't put the trim on, and I'm kind of funny, I like to use a lot of stereo tracks. So what I would do is I'm going to take and ungroup or suspend the group really quick, Command Shift G in Pro Tools. grab this one. I'm going to come up to my audio suite. I'm going to go to other, and then I'm going to go to invert right here. And this is just simply a phase inversion. I'm going to hit render. And now I don't have to worry about it. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two tracks now, and I'm just going to grab those and pull them down to the track below. So now that I have one inverted, they're going to be, I'm going to call this stereo side. That way I can control these at the same time. That's just my own personal thing. So it's the R&R1 stereo side. And then that way when I play, as we look over the mix window, what I'm going to do is I'm going to solo this thing. Get rid of these two on the side because I don't need them anymore. And then what I can do is, as I pull the amount of volume out of the side microphones, I can direct this to a tighter sound, or I can bring it up, take out the mid mic a little bit, and make it have a really wide stereo feeling. Now this is all, of course, just going to be done to taste, and you get to choose what you want to do. That's the great thing about mid-side microphone technique, is that you can just really make this as wide or as narrow as you want. Also has a really cool effect to it, being really wide, but in a different way. And that just allows you to play with these. And then of course you can also change the amount of panning that you do. You'd probably want to do these to a similar place. And that's mid-side technique. Thanks for joining me in this video about mid-side recording. I just want to take a quick moment and dedicate this video to the memory of my friend Gus. He passed away, and he was a up-and-coming figure in the industry, and it's a sad loss that we've lost him. And so, buddy, I hope that that I can do some honor to your name by dedicating this to you. Go ahead and if you haven't, give us a like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time.